Welcome back to Not Your Average Cinema. We are back with another week of pick'ems for the NFL season. Week number 8?
Eight,
Is that
yes.
true? Already about halfway through the season? That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. And like I've said the last few weeks, I feel like I still do not have the NFL figured out this year.
I don't know if we're,
Usually you've got a couple that you're like, oh, those are definitely like strong teams. And maybe there are some, but I just feel like with the way the season's been going, like those few that I think are strong locks, they'll go out and just lay a dud against what I would have thought was maybe a not so great team. And it's like, I don't know what's going on. It seems like every week we have those.
mm,
And yeah, we even had one last week, the last 2 weeks. I mean, our first pick here on Thursday night football. Our last two, at least, might have even been the week before that. I just know the last two for sure have been kind of upset victories on Thursday night, which, yeah, has led off to some crazy weeks. So they've been good games.
yeah, they have.
A lot of
They
good
have.
games this year. A lot of decided by like less than a score,
Yeah,
which makes it even crazier and harder to pick.
yes. It is a wild season. I don't think we're gonna know anything even after the Super Bowl. I don't think we will know at all who was a good team this year. But we know who's good at picking, and that is the people. The people whooped us up last week. We're kind of keeping track of our two scores and also the people. They have a total of 72 at this point in the season, 72 correct picks with 12 of them coming last week. You got 10 last week and are at 70. So you were tied, but you dropped a couple. And I did not do so great. I got 9 last week. And I'm trailing back at 64.
Oof.
Oh, I
Falling
need to
back,
come.
Pepper. The worst part, I mean, there are a lot of upsets, but it does seem like you're not quite getting the right ones. And I'm
Yep.
picking some upsets, but then, yeah, I've had a couple where I feel like they've been closer teams. I don't really think they've been like an upset type pick, but
Yeah.
I end up picking a team that isn't necessarily favored in this
Yeah.
setting, and have lost a lot of those ones. I feel like that's where the people are making them up because yeah, I've gotten the last two Thursday games right. Let's see if I can get a
Gonna get
third
this
one
one
here.
right. Yeah, the Vikings cost me. I picked the Vikings to beat the Eagles. And I mean it was more competitive than
Then it should have been.
people are still thinking the Eagles are so good, like they wouldn't think it'd be competitive at all, but we know they are frauds, and so it was about as close as we thought, but they disappointed
Exactly.
me and but I mean the Chargers have been disappointing
I was gonna
too.
say it's two disappointing teams here.
Oh man, I
They kind they kind of
I
got off
can't
to some
pick
hot
the
starts and have been kind of just they're not really free
uh,
falling. They're just not. I don't know what's going on with them. At
yeah.
least the Chargers, I felt like they had a little bit more fight in them than maybe the Vikings had. I feel like they were still trying to keep up with the. They played the Colts last week, right? I think they were trying to keep up
Yeah.
with them. They got down, and maybe it was a little garbage timey kind of scoring, but they still, you know, it's still. I think it's still a two-score game, but they came back at least a little bit. They didn't quite do what the Broncos did last week, but
Yeah.
they made it a little bit more reasonable, so I can see why they're favored. And yeah, I think currently with not knowing the quarterback situation again in Minnesota, and it just seems like all their quarterbacks are kind of dealing with something. I I think this is a chance for Herbert to kind of get them back, maybe start something new here. I guess I don't even know when their bye week is. Maybe
Yeah.
it's is it next week? Is it
I'm
last
not
week?
sure. I
Maybe
do
they've
not
already
know.
had it. But I don't even remember who's had their bye weeks and who hasn't yet. But I think he's going to get them back on track. I'm going to pick the Chargers here.
Ooh,
But I would not be surprised. The way they've kind of been losing to teams they should be more competitive with. I don't think it's a bad loss to the Colts this year. I think a lot of
yeah.
people had not gotten on the Colts bandwagon maybe as early as or I don't know if you've been on it as much as I was.
Yeah.
I kind of going with the vibes, but they've just felt like better. I know people are like, oh, they've only beat this team and this team and this team, these bad teams. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not looking at it. They're beating them by multiple scores. It's one thing to beat bad teams in close game after close game. It's another one to just whoop them. and they've been
Yeah,
whooping them.
they
So
have been
they were at
whooping them.
least somewhat competitive with the Colts, who I think are probably my pick as the best team right now in the NFL,
Wow,
which is crazy.
crazy. That is crazy. Oh man, so you're going the Chargers. I was gonna go the Chargers. I had it written down for myself to go Chargers here.
Oh,
But I
Pepper, don't do
mean,
it.
what's their weakness? What's their weakness? I've heard
Vikings?
the it might be the Vikings. Heard it's the offensive line, and if the Vikings have a good kind of defense, can get after Herbert, they might be able to make this a big upset, possibly. I don't think anything would
So
be an upset now, but oh, if I erase Chargers from this piece of paper and put down Vikings and they lose for the second week in
it's
a
over.
row, and I pick them, and they're not even at home this time, I can't do it. I gotta go with the Chargers.
You do, Pepper. I've picked underdogs back to back weeks, and I'm finally not picking one.
Yeah,
That's maybe a good sign to stay away from them, Pepper. But it could
yeah,
be the hero pick.
it could be. It could be. I need a hero at this point. Ooh,
Oh
the
man,
Dolphins. Dolphins need a hero. And the Falcons. Falcons, ooh,
I
people going
just
heavily
I
for
just
the
gotta
Falcons.
gotta pick Falcons. They were I don't know what the Falcons are. I don't think they know what they are. It's just insane, but I think they've played good at home this year, and it's against a Dolphins team that has just been struggling nonstop, it seems like.
So bad.
Even when they've shown some flashes, it just is like, they just aren't getting it done. Seems like the team has kind of given up a little bit. I think they had their one win week, maybe gave them a little bit of a boost, but now it's just kind of, I think, fallen back, and they're like, man, we're done.
Yeah,
I think the Falcons should win this.
they should.
You never
They
know. I
should.
mean, they lost 30 to zip, I think, to the Panthers a few weeks back. So, and then the Panthers have since, I think, been a little bit better. So I don't know. Maybe they're the win that the Dolphins need to get some momentum.
That's true. That is true. I talk about a bandwagon from day one. I've been all in on this Falcons team. The
That's
Kirk
true.
Cousins.
What record did you have them having?
I think I had them with like 12 or something, 11 or
Okay,
12,
I
13,
mean,
something. I mean,
they
it's
get this one this week. They're getting there.
but they need to win this one, so I gotta pick them. Come on,
They do.
Falcons.
That might. I'd hate to do that. That might be my lock of the week. We'll have to see what else there are for games.
This
It's
one,
kind of a crazy
Falcons.
one, but I think that one
Falcons.
might be the one I'd pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Dolphins have they made it easy. They've made it easy for people to pick against them.
But maybe
And
not as easy as this team right here,
oh
the
man,
Jets.
this is the true test for
Uh,
the Well, the Bengals actually no, Bengals have bounced back. They got Flacco now, and I'm like, if they didn't have Flacco, this would be a test to see if they're anything of a good team without a quarterback. Um, but since they have him, I think that puts it as the people are voting well into the favor of the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know what's wrong with the Jets. They're not even trying when they have the ball, and it's like, oh, we have some time. They're just like, nope, the time just runs out. What are you doing? You have downs. At least play
yeah, I
football
don't.
for fun.
I
Something.
I don't get what they're doing because I mean, like, I get like it seems like some of these games where they're doing that, they're only like a score away, and you don't want to make some mistake, and now all of a sudden be two scores down coming back from halftime. But it's like you're now an 0-7 team. You got to do something to give your team a spark. You just aren't doing anything. You're just, I don't know. You got to try something different. And I'm sure ranting on them here, this is going to be the week they're going to get a win here, I'm sure. And everyone's going to be thinking, oh, the Bengals are a lock. I don't know that they are. I don't know that they're a lock. I think they just looked good last week.
Yeah,
I could see what Flacco did last week not being able to be replicated. So I'm not 100% sold on the Bengals yet. I think I'd have to see. If they dominate the Jets, then I'll feel a little more confident because they should. They should with what they did last week against the Steelers. If they can do that again, they should be able to easily handle the Jets. But if they don't, oh boy.
that's
But I'm going to pick Bengals.
okay. I will go Bengals as well, and it's just hard to say like, oh. Jets aren't going to get a single win this year, but I don't know. I don't know if I see myself picking a game for them ever. It might just
I,
be, oh, and well, however many games you have this year. My
yeah,
goodness.
I mean, they only have 10 losses to go, I think. I think it's 17 games. So
Okay.
I'd have to look at their schedule, but this might be one of their better chances.
That's true. That's true. They have Dolphins in their division. So
Oh, that's true.
there we go. There's a Monday night
So
game
you're
right
saying
there.
there's a chance. Maybe that's the final week of the year and it'll be slotted in prime time.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Ooh, this is, we got another
Speaking of
one.
prime time, the prime time Patriots. Jeez, after years, their fans had to endure of bad play from this team, the Patriots. They're
Yeah.
finally feeling like a good team. I mean, they almost like Packers fans, you know. They go from Brady to now Drake May, who I think has looked pretty good. I think the Patriots are going to be a pretty solid team. Uh, I don't know. It feels like the Patriots of old, where they're not always necessarily like the flashiest team,
Yeah.
but they win. They have a winning culture, and
Yeah.
they'll just get the wins however we have to do it with whatever players we have to do it with. And I think if they keep that mentality, they should easily beat the Browns. I think
Yeah.
this would be a bad loss in New England if they lose to the Browns, so I'm going with the Patriots.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Patriots as well here. They've just proven themselves. They're one of the actually few teams that's like, okay, I trust you enough to win the games you should win.
Yeah, I was a little nervous last week. I think the Titans started off a little strong, and then they kind of put them away.
Yeah.
And that's if
Ooh.
you're a better team. Sometimes I feel like in the beginning of games, sometimes things just kind of go
Yeah.
off
Yep.
not the way you want them to, and it's like, oh no, oh no. It's being a great team that allows you to be like, okay, let's stop the bleeding and let's
Yeah.
get back to how we're doing it versus just letting it compound and being like, oh my God, now we're losing to the Titans of all teams. Because you don't want that to
Yeah.
happen, especially then when you're going into the Browns the next week and it's like, oh no, we're not safe from even the Browns.
Oh man. Yeah. I wonder, I'm like, do you think the Patriots could be a sleeper pick to go possibly to the Super Bowl, possibly win
Oh
it?
yeah.
Are we catching them right on that? They're still underrated. We don't know them quite yet, but they have what it takes.
They seem like a gritty team that I think they should make the playoffs, and I think I could see them being well, if they're not a top seed already, I could see them taking out some team that's like ranked higher or better than them. But I don't know, with their record, they might end up.
5-2. Wow.
Yeah,
It's crazy. They
I
could
mean they
be.
have. I would assume they have a similar schedule to the Bills, and the Bills have faced a lot of the teams that
Yeah.
haven't been so good this year. So I don't know if the Patriots have already faced those as well, but if they have those coming up, I mean, uh, they could be the
Number one
top of the
seed.
AFC, which is insane.
Number one seed right there.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Talk
Can it
about
happen
not
twice in
not
three
the
weeks?
twice in 3 weeks.
They
Oh my goodness,
they faced them 2 weeks ago,
that
and I
would
picked the
be.
Giants. I
Oh,
tried to tell everyone.
are you picking them again? Are you picking the
I
Giants
think they cut their
again?
kicker that lost them the game against Denver, so I am picking the Giants. Maybe
Oh
they'll
my
pick up
God.
the Packers' new MVP kicker
Okay, okay. They could,
if
they could.
McManus comes back this week. I don't know if he's supposed to or not.
Hopefully, hopefully.
What's the new one's name? Huskovus.
Um,
I don't even know.
Havisky something,
Visky,
something like that. I don't know
Mister
what it.
61 yarder.
Oh man, he's great. We know how to find random kickers off the street. Ooh, he's going the Giant. Oh man, I would. What have we all? We've all
I
picked the
I like the
same.
Giants to win this.
We've all picked the same the entire time. But
Were
man,
you going into this wanting to pick them?
I don't know. I didn't know this was a game. I didn't know this was a game. I didn't look at the games this
You
week.
know, I
Um,
saw when they beat them. I don't know why I was looking at it. I think I had seen that they faced them again, and 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh boy, if the Giants could whoop them up 2 times in a matter of 3 weeks, that's going to be hilarious.
yeah. How bad did they beat them last time? I forget.
Um,
Wasn't too dominant.
I don't think it was too dominant.
But
I
yeah,
feel
I
like
mean,
it was like a somewhat of a statement victory. I don't.
yeah.
I don't remember if the Eagles were still in it at the end.
Eagles with
Let me
88%
see.
only. Oh, they're losing faith. The people are losing faith in the Eagles. I love to see it.
Are
Oh,
they
if
losing
only.
faith in the Eagles, or are they gaining faith in the Giants?
Well, the Giants just lost to someone terrible team. Now,
They're not a terrible team. They
who did?
lost in a terrible way to the Broncos. They gave up 33 points in the
That's
fourth quarter.
that
But
is
yeah, their
that.
kicker missed two extra points. They weren't blocked. It was the first kicker I think they saw in history to do that. So they cut him. So
Oh,
instead of blaming the coaching, who I blame, I think the only reason they have those wins are Cam Scadaboo and Jackson Dart. I think he's the only one keeping what's his name? I don't even remember what the coach's name is. For some reason, I want to say like
oh yeah,
Drabel,
it's something like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
I got they're the ones keeping his job. Okay,
Yeah.
they won 34-17.
Okay, that's pretty good. That is
That
quite the
was
statement. Oh, if they had just won that previous game, if they'd beaten the Broncos
they
like they
should have.
should have.
They really should
Oh,
have won that game. I
they
think that
should
was the
not be
first
two
time
and
that
five.
happened too.
They should
Giving
have
up,
more wins than two.
they really should.
I would love them to win, but I think this is a chance to make up a point here. I
Yeah,
would
that's
say
fair.
it's a 50-50
That's fair.
in my
I
mind.
mean, in
So
this case, they're at home, so
yeah, but
that's fair.
Eagles, not great. Not the number one seed, that's for sure.
But look
And
at these Pepper. 5% for the 4-3 Carolina Panthers. Four more wins than losses.
same record, pretty much same amount of wins here, and they're the home team.
They're going to have the same amount of losses after this week.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Does he really think so?
Oh man, I can't possibly pick it. I can't possibly pick that upset, can I? Bills coming off a bye. Oh man, I feel so bad.
I mean, I'll let you know. I'm picking the Bills here. I think the Panthers could do it. They're heating up, and the Bills have dropped an embarrassing loss, maybe two embarrassing. I don't forget if they were both embarrassing. I think so.
Yeah, I can't
Um,
remember.
but I gotta just hope that Buffalo has figured it out and is back to make a statement. So I gotta go Buff.
Yeah, that's fair, and I mean, they really should win this. The odds are suggesting they should by decent margin.
You're leading me by so much. I mean, you can throw these random guesses
Well, I mean, it's
around.
not even Bryce Young at the quarterback position now for the Panthers. I think he's injured, so I think it's going to be
Oh,
Andy Dalton.
oh, I feel a little better now.
So, so now I'm debating how good he is, and I think he's good enough to take on Josh Allen, and I'm gonna pick a huge upset. I think this is my biggest upset of the week, maybe, and
And
I'm
it's
gonna
a
go with the
lock.
Panthers.
And this is the
They
lock,
are gonna
baby.
get 5 wins, and we're gonna have to think of them. We're gonna have to think about just what we've created here in the Panthers.
Oh my goodness. I mean, they're good
I mean,
chance to
they're
make the
like,
playoffs.
I mean, what a lot of the top. What are they? 5 wins are most of the top ones right now. I mean, they're
Yeah.
one off of most of the top teams. I mean,
Oh
Colts have
man.
6 wins, but
They're legit. They are legit. Oh,
oh man, the Bears have been legit.
they
It's just
have.
shocking. I don't. The worst part. I wonder, as long as we keep not putting the light on them and shining on them, I wonder if that's better for them. Because I feel like the second people start being
Yeah.
like, "Look at these Bears," I could just see them just going on a losing streak. Because that just seems like the type of team they are. But they're kind of being overlooked right now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think kind of
That's
probably
what,
like the Panthers, and it's like
yeah.
once they get another win or two, then teams start or people start talking. Is this a legit team? And that's when they start losing.
That's when they started losing. I think
Are
this.
you starting to talk about them like that yet, Pepper?
Oh, I've been shot. You see me. I've been picking the bear. Okay, at least
You
picked them
have
once, I think.
you have picked the Bears.
But I think they're a team that can somehow put
They
together
could be
a
five and
game.
one.
They could be. They should be.
I guess I don't remember what their other loss was, but
I don't remember. Oh
oh yeah, it was the
man.
Lions beat down, I
Oh
think.
yeah, that's right. They lost early, and then what? They're 4-0 in the last four games, 4 game winning streak. Baltimore. So we got Lamar back.
Apparently, he did not practice Monday. I don't know if
Oh,
he practiced today.
it-
I thought for sure he would. I take back everything I said about. I thought he was for sure
They're really
had his
selling this.
feelings hurt. That was the reason why he got
Oh
let
my
out of that game. But now
goodness.
he's been out for 3 weeks, and he's still like,
Um,
this is a must win for Baltimore. They have to win this game and get back in the winning column. I
They
I
only
don't
have him
I
52%
don't
here. Oh
I
my goodness.
it doesn't surprise me. I think those Vegas, I mean, or whatever the odds are, I think the Bears ones. I
Oh
would
yeah.
take that. That seems like good value there because of how badly the Ravens have played, and
Yeah.
yeah, they're on a 4 game winning streak. That just feels a little disrespectful to the Bears, but I don't know.
Hmm.
Now the Ravens will go and crush them. Won't even be close. Vegas
It
always knows.
just
The house always knows.
it just always depends. I mean, it just depends if he plays. If he
Yeah,
plays,
I
I
know.
think they're gonna
If I'm
win.
thinking if Lamar doesn't play, then I have to pick the Bears here. But
But if he's not playing, I'm gonna say maybe they've given up. Maybe he's not playing. I guess I'll go with the Bears. I'm going Chicago.
let me see if I see any update on him.
It's true. What do we got? What do we got with?
Lamar.
Oh my
Lamar.
goodness.
Okay, it still just says
Zay Flowers is unsure if he will play. Lamar
team may
will.
simply be taking. Okay, I guess they're not practicing until tomorrow, so I don't know. They might. It says they might be taking precaution, but
Ooh.
I gotta. I don't feel good about it, but I'm gonna pick the Ravens. I think they have to be feeling like this is a must-win
Yeah,
game if they
yeah,
want. I mean, they this is a team that was heavily favored to potentially, make a Super Bowl run here, and
yeah.
now they're like just trying to get into the playoffs at this point.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, yeah, I mean I'm gonna feel screwed if Lamar plays and the Ravens win here,
I
but
guess we can have it subject to that.
okay.
If he
Well,
plays, do you want the Ravens?
if he plays, do I want oh man. But they could still lose. They could still lose. The
They could still
Bears.
lose with him playing.
The
That's
Bears. Not bad. Not bad.
I don't think it's a guarantee that they win with him playing.
And they could still win, even because the Bears could also lose this game, even if Lamar's not playing.
Yeah.
But I got integrity. I'm going the Bears, no
The
matter what.
Bears.
The Bears. Oh boy, big mistake. Ooh, talking about big mistakes. Believing in the Texans after they got 2 wins.
That's what I was gonna say. Believing they had any sort of offense. My gosh. I mean, their defense, I think, is really good, but
Yeah,
without their defense, they would really be getting smacked around.
yeah,
And yeah, San Francisco, just even though they're not favored here, I guess, via the odds,
yeah,
it's heavily picked by fans the other way, so you'd
yeah,
think maybe that's going to move. But I I don't think I can pick against San Francisco right now. They seem to be winning these games, even if they're not supposed to win them, even if they don't have half their team playing, their starters, I should
yeah.
say. Uh, so I've got to go with San Francisco here,
Bears.
even though I'm not the biggest San Francisco fan, and I'd love for the Texans to win, but
Yeah,
it's hard to pick again or pick a team that just is struggling so much on offense. That's where I feel like with the Jets too. I'm just like, my gosh, these teams just aren't putting up any yards. How are you supposed to
yeah,
pick them?
yeah. I gotta go 49ers as well. As much as I hate it, I hate it. They're gonna make the playoffs. Yeah.
My other
Wow.
team that disappointed big time. I got really
What?
disappointed by what the Buccaneers did.
What
Oh,
happened? What was wrong with Baker? He overthrew everybody all the time, the
it was
entire
just so
game.
bad. So bad. It really was. And then now Mike Evans probably out for
Oh, yeah.
most of, if not the rest of the season. Yeah, I don't know. Godwin, I think their other top receiver, I think has been in and out of games. Even when he's been in, he hasn't looked great. Oh man, and the
Still the
Saints at home,
still the Buccaneers. They're still the Buccaneers. And they might want
a
to
divisional game.
bounce back. They might want to bounce back.
Yeah, yeah, I gotta go with the Buccaneers. Yeah, it's just that was a tough loss to tough loss to watch. Um,
Yeah.
But I think they should bounce back here if they are a good team, even with this one's also a depleted team. These red teams just depleted
Yeah.
in certain positions. I think they hopefully can win this one, get back on track.
Other than
Even though the
in,
Saints, I think, are a little bit better than their record would suggest, and
other
it's
than
divisional.
injuries, I'm like, I feel like, yeah, the overthrows and all that, just bad play by Baker. I'm like, I assume this is good enough of a veteran that that's not gonna like haunt him like multiple weeks in a row. So part of me is like, most of me is like, yeah, they'll win this game. But part of me is like, there's a really juicy upset right here.
It really is. It does. When I looked at this initially, I'm just like, oh boy, this just shouts upset to me. This just shouts it from the rafters.
It does. It's shouting into my ears. I'm gonna go the Saints. I'm gonna hope
I don't hate that pick. I really don't hate it somehow,
divisional
some
at
way.
home.
Yeah, that's kind of been
Bad
some of the
loss.
upsets this year. Is some of these divisional games, some bad teams just not feeling it,
Yeah,
or then yeah, going from not feeling it most weeks to just getting in a groove.
yeah. Ooh, speaking of a groove, well, the Cowboys cannot find a groove. They have never had the same outcome back to back weeks. So we got to look at what they did last week. Were they even in a game last week? I don't think they were in a game. Did they have the bye?
They must have. They have 7 games played.
Okay, let's see. Cowboys.
I
Maybe
think
we picked them to
they.
lose. Oh yeah, I picked them to lose because something. Because they won the previous week. Yeah, wait, no. They just beat the Commanders.
Did they? Did they break that streak?
Wait a minute. Okay, so they lost to the Eagles, beat the Giants, lost to the Bears, tied with the Packers, beat the Jets, lost to the Panthers, beat the Commanders. Oh
So
man.
then I'm picking Denver.
So then you are picking Denver. Oh man, I guess
I
I
felt good about the Cowboys recently, but they've kind of just been all over the place,
yeah,
as you said there. That's
yeah,
exactly how I felt about them.
yeah,
Like one week, I'm like, yeah, there's no reason these guys couldn't win a Super Bowl, and
yeah.
then the next week they play, and it's like, my God, this team is just awful. One of the worst
Exactly.
teams out there.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm going Denver as well. I can't go against that. They are not going to have the same outcome 2 weeks in a row. They better
So you're
hope
not
they
going
don't.
for the tie there?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Ooh,
Okay, I gotta
Titans
pick
and
Colts.
Colts.
I gotta pick
Yeah,
Colts. If a Colts, I mean, arguably who I would say is the best team and the worst team here. Well, okay, debatable with the Jets. Jets might be the worst team,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
but possibly the best and worst team facing off. The way the Colts have been playing against bad teams, they've usually come out successful. So it's
yeah.
divisional, might be a
Yeah,
little bit different, but
you gotta go.
this
You gotta
this
go.
this would be crazy to me if they lost this.
Yeah, I gotta go Colts as well. I'm like, just please don't disappoint us. Give us one team to believe in.
I know.
Uh,
Yeah, like I said earlier, the way this season's been going, I would not be shocked if the Titans just pull something out of nowhere and it's like, oh yeah, we can be good
shit.
for one week.
Oh, that would be horrible. That would be a
Oh boy,
nightmare.
game of the week, Pepper. Is this the game of the week? You think?
This is game of the week, just for the story of Aaron Rodgers with the Steelers taking on his old team, not the Jets, the other green one, but the
Can he
Green
beat both
Bay
of his old teams
Packers.
in the same year?
Oh man,
Will that be the first quarterback to do something like that? I don't know,
it
but
might be.
I am sure if it is a thing, the NFL will let us know in a statistic thing that they've shown.
They will.
They
They
tend to do
will.
that.
Oh
They don't
man,
hold back.
I want to go with the Packers,
I
and
really want to too. And yeah, that's the other team that's at the top of the NFL right now. And we are both Packers fans.
yeah,
And the way I feel about the Colts and the way I feel about the Packers, even being a Packers fan, I'm like, the Colts are so much better than the Packers. I'm like, I feel like frauds at 4-1-1. I don't feel like we're that good. So I'm just waiting for it to crumble.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah, we could have
And that
won
could be
both of
here.
those. We could have won both the loss and the tie, but we also could have lost a couple of our wins. But we should have won them all, and that's why this game is so scary. And like this is one that we it could just be a grind to the very end. Or I could see the Packers just being like, we're dominant again, and we destroyed the Steelers. I I don't know. I hope it's not Steelers dominating the Packers. That's the worst case scenario here. But I gotta go with the Packers. Gotta go with the Packers here. Even though I think Aaron does have a good story there if he does beat
Yeah.
both of his ex teams.
Yeah, I could see this one going either way. I just hope it's a really good game.
Yeah.
Either way the outcomes. But I think I will pick the Packers as well. I mean, all we got to do is find our top receiver, who I don't even know who I would say that is right now, and target him like just, I don't know, 25 times or something.
Yeah.
Just with these slants, these short slant routes, and just
That's the
constantly
strategy.
do the same play over and over and
There
just
you
keep
go.
throwing it to him.
That's what I do in
Steelers
Madden.
are still trying to figure that one out.
It's the strategy. We've been watching tape. Oh boy. In the final game of the week, the Commanders and the Chiefs. Sorry, Commanders, you ain't got it. Casey is back, baby.
Yeah,
Kansas City, all the way.
it's probably, yeah, I got to pick the Chiefs as well. It's probably the team I would personally put right now at number two, in my opinion, as the second best team in the NFL right now. And
Wow, they're
yeah,
already back to a winning record. It's crazy.
it is crazy. It's felt like just doom and gloom for these guys, and somehow they're at 4-3 with probably a ton of other teams as at 3-4, 4-3. It seems like there's so many that have that record, and that's why. I mean, could the Commanders win this one? Sure, I wouldn't overly shock me, but the Chiefs have been looking pretty good. They're finally got, I think, all their wide receivers back, and yeah, they should continue to cook here. I think Mahomes is having one of his best years in a while.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know what you think of our picks, who you think had the better picks, who you are predicting to win. And yeah, if you want to see every week's picks from now on, subscribe to the channel so you can see when they come out. But otherwise, we hope to see you on the next one. And as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on that NFL popcorn.